A very good evening to you all and welcome to our second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 17th day of October 2023. On sign language, it is Elizabeth Nakakoni and I am Rukidi Kijjanangoma. Now, we're beginning with some rather bad news coming in from Kasese, and reports reaching our newsroom show that suspected ADF rebels have killed 2 tourists and their guide, who was their driver, in Queen Elizabeth National Park in Kasese district. Now, the UPDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Klaije, has confirmed the incident, saying the military is pursuing the attackers.
This evening at around 1840 hours, suspected ADF terrorists killed 2 tourists and the driver of the tourist vehicle, which they also banned. During the attack, along Katunguru, this incident occurred along Katunguru, Mwea, Katwe Road in Queen Elizabeth National Park. UPDF forces are pursuing the terrorists and they will account for their acts. ADF has tried to intensify retaliatory attacks after being hit hard inside the DRC by our air component. We shall even increase the pressure on them, and the ways of protecting our people from the terrorist acts are on. The population is therefore requested to be vigilant and cooperate with our forces, especially in areas along our frontiers with DRC. Now, the highway is fully under control. These are just sleeping. They sleep through because they are in a small group of about 5. So they can afford to hide from detection, hit, and then run. That's what they did the other time on the road. That's what they have done this time. So it's not about the highway not under control. The highway is usable. It's only that these are isolated incidents.
UPDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Klaije, of course, confirming that incident there. But also, we understand that the incident is said to have happened at 6 p.m. along Katwe Road between Lake Nyamunuka and Katwe Kabatoro Town Council. Meanwhile, the mayor of Katwe Kabatoro, John Bosco Kananura, was traveling back from Katunguru landing site when he actually bumped into and confirmed seeing the car burning and 3 bodies lying in a pool of blood. He has also called for vigilance, and that is the breaking news from that area, Queen Elizabeth National Park in Kasese district, where those 2 tourists, including their guide who was their driver, were killed by ADF rebels. Now, it's a developing story. We'll definitely give you details in our subsequent bulletins tomorrow, or even in our morning show, that is Good Morning Uganda, as details keep trickling in. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has said that much as the world and Uganda are embracing development of technology and digitalization for better societies, there is still a need to mind the challenges and threats coming along with this era. The President was opening a 2-day annual ICT job fair at Kololo Independence Grounds here in Kampala.
That element of community mobilization.
The second national ICT job fair happening at Kololo Independence Grounds in Kampala has attracted exhibitors, religious leaders, youth leaders, permanent secretaries, and members of the general public.
RSU is willing to offer its infrastructure and structures, including mosques and churches, to the Ministry of ICT for mobilization of the youth. Needless to say that our media outlets are performing very well and are ready for deployment.
Our request as council is that government deliberately invests in building a data center that belongs to government, where people will know that their data is stored and secured by government.
for it is organized and funded by different players, with the Ministry for ICT and National Guidance being in the lead.
This year, we will continue to offer 50 internship opportunities. In addition, we will also provide 500 advanced ICT technologies training courses for free for those who registered with us from this job fair and beyond.
It is encouraging to see that Uganda has identified the ICT sector as one of the primary drivers for achieving economic growth and status as a middle-income country.
I've also developed the electronic document management system. Your Excellency, in the next about 2-3 years, you're not going to see any papers in government offices because we have embarked on this process. Under the Ministry of ICT, we are using the e-document.
This year's ICT Job Fair Expo is running under the theme Navigating the Digital Horizon and is open to members of the general public until 17th October 2023. It is the second of its kind and showcases the potential in funding the innovation sector.
An initiative like this will go a long way in scaling the 41% who are still outside the employment to the employment sector, albeit with the intervention in the agricultural sector.
The National ICT Job Fair serves as a bridge connecting our talented youth with the many opportunities this sector offers. The ICT sector is a driver for economic growth and innovation.
One of the challenges that we still face as a country is that we have many young people, courtesy of your leadership. They have survived, they have accessed education, but we have a challenge of ensuring that our young people have access to decent opportunities for employment.
In attendance at Kololo was the Vice President of Uganda, retired Major Jessica Alupo. The Chief Guest, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, commended the job fair, referring to it as an abundant opportunity.
I support it. I support ICT. I am the one who agreed with Huawei in China, with their chairman, to come and do the digital backbone. Many years ago when I met him, we agreed.
Museveni, however, noted that if the digital era is not well managed, it can drag the generation into danger.
Please, electronics is a huge step for the human race. But Africa, like all the other scientific innovations, must use it in the right context. To build an economy, NRM point number 5, to build an economy that is independent, integrated, and self-sustaining. That's what we told you from 1986.
The interesting moment of the event was when the president made it public about his mobile phone.
Is it because Museveni doesn't know about the smartphones? I have heard about them. I have seen them at a distance. But in my work, I need to do more thinking than tinkering with the data and so on and so forth. So if I want to know what's happening on the smartphones, I ask my Precious Kamwini, where is she? Come. Precious, what are the rumor mongers saying? Bring your smartphone so that you come and show them. Come here in front. Do you have a smartphone or Nanga? So my smartphone is indirect through Precious. Because I am not the one on the front line of knowing here. Well, no.
President Yoweri Museveni ending that story, of course, and talking about his a very, very important phone, which is not a smartphone, actually. Now to the August House, where the Parliamentary Committee of Rules, Discipline and Privileges is due to commence investigations into allegations on MP Zake's misconduct last Friday. Zake is accused of demeaning Rakai District Woman Representative Juliet Kinyamatama during his recent visit to Rakai District. Also, a section of Makerere University students have petitioned the Deputy Speaker of Parliament on the same matter, arguing that Zake's behavior was demeaning to their woman MP.
To the allegations of demeaning words uttered by Mityana Municipality Legislator Francis Zake against Rakai woman MP Juliet Kinyamatama will start on Friday, 20th October 2023. The chairperson of the Parliament's Committee of Rules, Privileges and Discipline, Abdul Katonto, says the committee has met to resolve how it will proceed.
What we handle here is referred to us by the order of the House. And on that one, if it is brought here by there is an order from the House, we'll handle it.
Katonto says the committee will investigate whether Zake was in breach of parliamentary decorum.
What we are investigating, and please get this clear, is whether what they are alleging happened or not. And if it happened, did it amount to a breach of our code of conduct or not? The recommendation we may make, we can't speculate on them.
Meanwhile, a section of students from Makerere University, Rakai Students Association, has petitioned the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayewa, asking him for an immediate action against MP Zake.
That the Parliament considers subjecting honorable members of Parliament to mental health tests, such that before any member of Parliament is condemned of his or her act, we are well known, we are sure of his mental status.
I've listened to your issues, as you know, and I think you saw in the media, I already referred this issue to the Committee on Rules.
Trouble for MP Zake began when he attended the National Unity Platform Party Independence Cup football tournament in Ramagwa Village, Buyamba constituency in Rakai district, and Zake is alleged to have insulted the person of Kinyamatama, the woman representative of that area. Shamim Naiga and Gloria Gutabenji, Parliament.
Now, Nabweru Magistrate Court State Prosecutor Kigwala Simon has been sentenced to 1 year in prison or to pay a fine of 7 million Ugandan shillings after being found guilty of corruption. Kigwala Simon was convicted by the Anti-Corruption Court with the offence of directly soliciting for gratification of 6.2 million shillings from Zam Ndajire and Kasumba Octavius in line of letting their relative be granted bail.
State Prosecutor Simon Kigwala of Nabweru Magistrates Court at the Anti-Corruption Court was charged and convicted with 2 counts of corruption. The evidence on court record indicates that on 15th September 2019 at Nabweru Magistrates Court and at Nabweru Pre-Grounds in Wakiso District, he directly solicited for gratification of 6.2 million from Zamu Ndagila and Kasumba Octavius to secure bail for their relatives. Magistrate Esther Sim of the Anti-Corruption Court sentenced State Anthony Kigwala Simon to 1 year in prison on each count or to pay fine of 7 million.
I note his family responsibilities and admission to the bar course, and I also note that the convict appeared remorseful, and I believe that this experience has taught him lifelong lessons. I've taken into account the aggravating factors in this case, especially the abuse of trust and damage to the reputation of the DPP. In cases of this nature, this damaged reputation extends to all the associated justice institutions, including the judiciary and the police. In the end, corrupt actions by an official in one institution diminish public confidence in the entire justice system and undermine the government's general fight against corruption. As such, the convict must be punished to send a message to other serving officers to desist from corruption.
Kigwala Simon is now barred from serving in any government office for 10 years from the date of conviction. The accused was arrested by State House and Corruption Unit together with police
Criminal Session Case number 2.
Meanwhile, the hearing of the case where the former executive director of National Animal Genetic Resource Center and Database Bank, Dr. Charles Lagwan, to others who are facing charges of corruption, abuse of office and causing loss of 4.5 billion to government at the anti-corruption court flops. This followed when prosecution failed to present the eighth witness, as directed during the last court sitting. Judge Margaret Teulia said 25th October 2023 to resume with the hearing of the case. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Now, Minister for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Frank Tumwebaze, has urged the general public to conserve nature for high food production. Tumwebaze disclosed this during the World Food Day celebrations at Coffee Research Institute in Mukono, Chituza.
Under the theme of this year's World Food Day celebrations, Water is Life, Agriculture Minister Tumwebaze urged farmers to utilize the land or grow crops which will generate income within their families.
Water is not only critical for food production, but also for human survival. Water bodies, therefore, are also natural habitats for various food sources, including aquaculture. MAIF is putting much emphasis on agricultural mechanization and investing in precision farming methodologies.
Chirao Agnes from Food Right Alliance says government should utilize scientists or researchers in order to guide Ugandans on make the right decision and utilize rain in the production of food.
It is time to reflect on that, because currently as a country we are producing too less after using too much.
Chirabo advised the farmers to embrace new farming systems.
Globally, the world is becoming water poor, but also Uganda itself, we are becoming water poor. What kind of production are we going to be able to do for the crops, for the livestock, for the fish, even for the insects without water? So today, if you had a meal, just know that 70% of that meal was water. If you lived and worked as a human being, just know that over 75% of your body is water. So water is a lifeline for humans, for everything that has life.
The Executive Director of Uganda National Research Organization, NARO, Dr. Yona Baguma, said in Uganda there are 289 food varieties that can save Uganda from famine,
including NARO Rice 14 and the WR 73. These 5 varieties can yield between 4.5 tons per hectare and 6.5 tons per hectare, compared to the old varieties that were yielding merely just 1.2 tons per hectare.
Minister Frank Tumwebaze launched different varieties of seeds which are drought resistant, like maize and rice. FAO country representative in Uganda, Antonio Querido, urged Ugandans to utilize the rich fertile soils to eliminate famine.
In Teso, specifically in Kataki and Kabeira Maido district, FAO established hydrant irrigation system to cover over 100 acres of irrigated land, to raise awareness and inspire actions towards ending hunger, promoting food security and improving agricultural production, and advocating for nutritious diet for everyone.
The Director, Research and National Agricultural Research Laboratories, Kawanda, Dr. Rabon Tumuhimbise, explained the World Food Day.
So my message to the farmers, my message to the masses who are listening is that we all understand that degrading environment degrades our lives, as we had of today's theme for this day. Water is life, water is food, and everyone should not be left behind. We should all be part of this, support well-organized water systems.
Exhibitors from NARO called upon farmers to mechanize crop production and add value to their products.
I have a motorized one here. Everything is clean. You put it in one place, you gather it together, and you are able to also be efficient in everything.
Yeah. The team from the Ministry of Agriculture, they showcased machines and ways of simplifying farming, which they say this will enable the farmers in high harvest
control. And we also have material in collaboration with NARO. We have developed the watermelon production guide.
Tanaba Kenneth compiled this report for UBC News.
Now, government has a proposal on a policy that will compel school administrators and managers not to send away candidates who are school fees defaulters at the time of sitting their end-of-cycle examinations. The Minister for ICT and National Cadence, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, says it isn't fair to deny candidates examinations, emphasizing that schools should be flexible and considerate because some students come from humble backgrounds.
Have started investigations why candidates of Progressive Secondary School demonstrated before writing their Uganda Certificate of Education examinations. The head teacher of Progressive Secondary School, Chitanywa Jude, says they suspect some outsiders instigated this demonstration, emphasizing that they discovered intruders in the school who are political leaders.
Which was not the case, the reason being the demonstration was there before 8 and some stations say that we denied the students from entering the examination room, and yet we started the exams on time. Sorry, what transpired. We managed to handle the situation like we handle it every day, and the teachers, the parents who are here were handled, and everybody did the exam because we are not above the law. So,
however, students were calmed down, cancelled, and they are sitting their exams.
So far so good because we just had our practical paper, chemistry paper 3, and it wasn't that bad.
The exams are well, so far everything is moving on so well, and I think we shall pass. According to where we were prepared, according to the discussions we had, and what the teachers taught us.
Students at this school refused to enter the examination rooms, demanding that the school recalls their colleagues who had been sent away after failing to complete paying school fees. State Minister for Higher Education, John Chrysostom Muyingo, says they agreed with all stakeholders to allow candidates sit exams.
It is very unfortunate if it happened that some of our students were locked out of school. It's very unfortunate because we had agreed with all stakeholders in the education sector to enable all our children to go to school and complete the cycle, including sitting national examinations. If any of the teachers kept a student out, he should feel very guilty, and I feel we do condemn him.
Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, says schools need to let the students sit the exams and force parents to pay before releasing the results.
It is possible for the school to allow this young person to sit exams, and maybe before they release the results, they make sure that the parent raises the balance of the fees. It is unfair for them to deny the young. Maybe we should come with a policy measure that actually compels school owners and managers even when they are privately owned.
At the beginning of the Uganda Certificate of Education examinations, some head teachers chased away candidates because of not completing school fees, including a UCE school, which has been outlawed. Amnavka Farida and Robert Katamba in Chitintale.
Civil society organizations under Replanet Africa have launched a campaign dubbed Switch On Africa. Now, the campaign is aimed at encouraging local people to stop using charcoal and firewood as they contribute to increasing environmental degradation through deforestation. Now, the initiative will create awareness and provide solar power cooking energy to local people to reduce charcoal and wood demand.
Solar, you know that we have solar
movement that holds the power to transform the very fabric of our continent. Today marks the beginning of a journey toward a radiant African future. As we look around, we see the challenges that our communities face: frequent blackouts, the staggering cost of electricity, and the heartbreaking reality in rural areas.
Let me get what we're looking at.
Spread this message and reach as many people as possible. People in the rural areas shall not be able to immediately access, let's say, cooking gas and things like that, and we are aware of that. One of our campaign activities is we are going to start a fundraising activity for energy-saving cook stoves.
We are interested in having a multi-sector approach. It's not a one-man show. All of us as civil society, as government, because government brings out policies, government can encourage, government is supposed to put in place standards for renewable energy, because without standards, you will, for example, look at the Sigiri, and this one is big, this one is small, this one is made in Katu. Of course, that is about hydro. We also have solar. You know that we have solar in
BME, a Korean organization, SDG Youth, and the Ministry of Public Service have donated solar panels worth $1,000 to Ramwanja refugee settlement camp in Kamwenge district.
The local community in Kamwenge district will benefit from free solar power connection in the pilot project, following a partnership between the government of Uganda and South Korea. Learners, refugees and the health sector are priority recipients. Minister of Public Service Muruli Mukasa hailed the collaboration of South Korean investors and the government of Uganda in improving service delivery.
A good program, which is good for our country. What we pledge is what we have pledged in our investment code, that we give them support, the incentives which they need, but above all, really, the security. More so, we encourage them to go along with our investment policy. These people have started with the solar. They have provided solar to our refugee center in Rwamanja. It is now lit, the secondary schools there are lit, and they have promised to expand all this throughout the country.
The Executive Director, BME Korea Kok Jin Jang, believes the partnership will benefit refugees.
UNHCR과 보건부와 이렇게 협업을 해서 그 UN 난민기구 그 난민촌에 방문을 했었는데,
so this project collaborate with the Ministry of Health Uganda and UNHCR Uganda. We visit the Ramanja refugee settlement.
너무 열악한 환경에 좀 많이 놀랬고요.
I was surprised the lack of the solar and then some infrastructure.
그 학생들과 약속을 했습니다.
I had one promise with the student 3 months ago.
3개월 안에 꼭 내가 돌아와서 전기를 만들어 주겠다.
So I will be here after 3 months and then I will install the solar energy for the students.
The Global Peace Ambassador, also coordinator SDG Youth, Kambula Milton, assured the installation of solar panels in different health centers across the country by next year.
I want to really thank you, say congratulations to the refugee camps, those that have received solar energy and systems and the panels that we have lighted up, and we trust that the students' academic performance is going to improve in the refugee camps and in the neighboring community.
Ivan Juko, Patrick Mugera for UBC.
Yes,
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cash back every week. It's free of charge.
Wano nno tuli Bukoto era lero we tugenda okugaba pichipichi yaffe eri omwanguzi waffe wano we tuzze.
I'm so excited and I'm sure even all the people, all the staff at Kwaliwath are all excited. We thank you very, very much.
Myaka 25 nga MTN ewereza naye nga buli week tugaba pichipichi 5.
Very, very excited. I'm excited about MTN giving back to its customers. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, MTN. The fact that we have won really shows that people like Mama. Their services are really nice. MTN, your services are okay. The network is good. We are satisfied.
Chikola sense ne? Use the Momo app or dial *165 *3#.
Metu Bus Industries Namambe, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators and special purpose vans. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats or a special design that includes a restroom, power outlet, Wi-Fi, television and a refreshment center. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
So, you are ready to invest in Airtel's initial public offering? Good choice. I'm going to show you how to do it straight from your phone. First, you're going to want to make sure you have a Securities Central Depository SCD account. Dial *185*85# from your Airtel number. Choose Airtel IPO purchase from the available options. Enter your valid national identification number when prompted. Before you purchase, there are a few things you need to know. The minimum purchase is 2,500 shares. The share price is 100 Uganda shillings. Select the number of shares you wish to purchase. Choose your relevant broker for the purchase. Enter your Airtel Money PIN to confirm the transaction. Congratulations! You will receive a confirmation message of your successful purchase.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bio Research Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703 152 152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us on sign language. It is Elizabeth Nakakoni and I am Rukidi Kijjanangoma. Moving on, Education Department of Madiokolo District has applauded the Accelerated Education Program in keeping the girl child in school. The Accelerated Education Program is a Government of Uganda program supported by humanitarian organizations that capitalize on skills training among learners.
The Government of Uganda and humanitarian organizations are implementing the Accelerated Education Program formulated for students whose education has been interrupted. Hands-on trainings have been embraced through the program. With funding from UNICEF, the Norwegian Refugee Council has been implementing AEP in Madiokolo Yumbe, and Adjumani districts.
The northern and West Nile regions of the country have for long experienced a high influx of refugees. This high influx of refugees has put immense pressure on existing resources, that especially education. That has seen to it that refugees, both refugees and nationals, have gotten a challenge in accessing quality education. That's why Norwegian Refugee Council, NRC, together with World Vision International, with funding from UNICEF, came up with an integrated program that seeks to give a package of in education. The services include basic education, then we also have life skills.
At Eden Primary School, NRC trained girl children to make sanitary pads. Viola Kideni can now make sanitary pads on her own.
Before, when this girl does not have them, others even they remain to stay at the home because of this thing. But when they have made us to make them, I can see girls also, all of them, they can help themselves with them and they can come to school every time.
The girls who got the skills also train other fellow girls and the boys who did not get the training.
But when they give us this training, we can show them now. They are now coming to school. They cannot remain home because of pads.
The head teacher at Eden Primary School, Stephen Achidri, says since the girls can make their own pads, it reduces burden on the school administration.
It used to be these ones manufactured in industries, but this time they can now use the local materials to make the pads. It solves the problem of having money to buy the pads, especially when the school does not have money.
Asha Cecilia is the senior woman teacher at Eden Primary School who oversees issues of girl child in the school.
Because before that training was conducted, these girls are really suffering. But after that training, so they are now able to make that reusable part, and it is helping them.
Swale Andama, the education officer in charge of monitoring the settlements within Madiokola district, said the accelerated education program has allowed a second chance to less privileged children.
So it is a very good program for us, for those who are actually vulnerable and who are unable to actually access education. So skills given to the children to see that they are able to make standard pads for the learners. Of course, they are very cheap. The materials are there on ground. This will also make children, the young adolescent girls, to be able to access school without any problem, because some recommendations as we went on ground for inspection is that the girls normally miss coming to school simply because they are under menstruation periods and so on.
Joseph Odamam, UBC News.
To Busoga region now, where the Bishop of Central Busoga Diocese, Right Reverend Patrick Wakula, has tasked stakeholders in the education sector of Iganga for an affirmative action to revamp the performance and academic standards in the region. This was during the commissioning of 84 primary 7 candidates of Berkeley High School in Iganga district.
And oh Lord, we pray that you listen to the voices of all of us that are here. Listen to the voices of the parents. Listen to the voices of the teachers here. Listen to the voices of the church leaders. As long as the world exists, there is a time for planting and time for harvesting. The time for harvesting of our children in Pero E has come. Yes. The teachers have done their part. The parents have done their part, even some have come with the balances today. But now between writing the name, the index number, the signature, and then reading the first question, the ability to help you retrieve the information right belongs to God. And that's why the parents, that's why the administrators, all of us, we are here to surrender you into the owner of the brain, who will help you to remember and get the information back as you answer those questions.
We have 84 candidates that we have prepared to sit the forthcoming examinations. And with the prayers and hard work that has been going on in the school, we trust that they will be granted success.
The Vice President, Lions Club of Kampala East, Hilda Mugenyi, has challenged Ugandans to prioritize early screening of non-communicable diseases, especially diabetes and hypertension. Ms. Mugenyi revealed this during a full-day free health camp organized in Naguru by the Lions Club of Kampala East.
Early diagnosis of non-communicable diseases like diabetes helps in identifying if you are at risk and increases chances of better management of the disease and treatment.
One other initiative we have here is to create awareness about diabetes, create awareness about what causes diabetes, how this can be prevented, and in case one is found diabetic, what they can do or where they can get treatment for this disease. But more importantly, we are offering free testing services for the sugar levels, for blood pressure and HIV. So of late, we've noticed that it's not only the old that are getting diabetes, but also the young. So we need to inculcate values of good feeding, of exercise, and practicing a good lifestyle to avoid this lifestyle disease.
The area woman councillor Naguru to a parish, Nusura Mbabazi, says that this diabetes and hypertension-free screening camp is a sigh of relief to her residents who can't manage to pay for these medical checkups and treatment.
Now, Naguru parish is a parish of 33 villages, whereby most of the people living into it, they are the people who are low-income earners, people who are under informal sectors. All the villages, most of the villages, around 95%, they are slums. We are grateful for this organization, for this activity, because it has helped many people. Many people have been down there, they don't know what is going on. Others couldn't afford even to go to the hospital due to financial difficulties.
The coordinator of diabetes screening at Lions Club of Kampala East, Israel Mans, highlights that diabetes disease is on the rise, which requires the need to cut down its underlying causes.
Diabetes and hypertension are non-communicable diseases, but statistics show they are on the rise. The main cause of these complications are mainly the lifestyle we are taking on. The lifestyle, I mean the foods we eat. Most of the people around, they live with these diseases and they don't know.
Risk factors for diabetes include obesity, uptake of foods rich in cholesterol, family history, among others. Crispus, Arinitwe, UBC News.
A Minister for Presidency, Millie Babidie Babalanda, has urged the young generation of school-going age to exploit availability of skilling centers in the country to acquire knowledge that will enable them be self-reliant. Kumi RDC Ahamada Washaki represented Minister Babalanda at a pass-out of 635 student patriots at Uganda Technical College, Elgon in Mbale City.
So, you are ready to invest in Airtel's initial public offering? Good choice. I'm going to show you how to do it straight from your phone. First, you're going to want to make sure you have a Securities Central Depository SCD account. Dial *185*85# from your Airtel number. Choose Airtel IPO purchase from the available options. Enter your valid national identification number when prompted. Before you purchase, there are a few things you need to know. The minimum purchase is 2,500 shares. The share price is 100 Uganda shillings. Select the number of shares you wish to purchase. Choose your relevant broker for the purchase. Enter your Airtel Money PIN to confirm the transaction. Congratulations! You receive a confirmation message of your successful purchase.
Welcome back from that break. Now let's go back to that story that I had earlier on introduced, where the Minister for Presidency, Millie Babidie Babalanda, has urged the young generation of school-going age to exploit availability of skilling centers in the country to acquire knowledge that will enable them to be self-reliant. Take a watch.
Minister Babalanda says the only way to fight youth unemployment is to get skilled. She tasked the Patriots to be innovative and open up for other opportunities.
Get your skill, be innovative. When you have a skill, you will never lack a job. The Minister of Presidency tells me to inform you that the government has also set aside money to help you graduates maybe who have got a skill but you don't have capital.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Principal of UTC Elgon, Washibuko Martin, commended government for initiating patriotism program and urged Ugandans to embrace vocational courses.
Those countries we see that are developed have developed as a result of science and technology, and therefore it calls upon us to have our people trained. We are having the country which has put in place a good environment for our investors. The investors have come, they have built factories, they have invested in various businesses, but unfortunately we don't have enough capacity to do the work that is required.
The Patriots were trained to plan for their future.
If the youths of UTC Elgon go out and each of them create their own employment, they are going to even employ other youths who have not gone through UTC Elgon. We have trained them to learn to work and avoid easy access to money. They want to get money so fast, we have told them to avoid that.
With the right mindset, the teachers teach very good things. But an engineer with the wrong mindset will eat the road. The water engineer with the wrong mindset will pollute the environment, forgetting that it is the source of his or her work. So we are doing these campaigns to make us conscious of things that are around us.
Patriotism trainings are a presidential initiative that shapes the minds of Ugandans to progress in leadership and development sector.
The National Animal Genetics Resources Center and Data Bank has released 100 assorted superior dairy breeding bulls to farmers who are members of dairy cooperatives identified across the country. The initiative seeks to increase the commercialization of animal breeding activities by farmers in Uganda.
Dairy cattle breeding is a technology that enhances and promotes dairy enterprise in Uganda. However, the shortage of resources has hindered farmers from participating in the activity.
To get semen into our farms, it was very, very difficult. At times we can get them from outside, but to reach, you find that at the same time is not available because of getting it from South Africa or from Germany. And the matter of handling, you have to handle it very well.
The National Animal Genetics Resources Center and Data Bank has handed over 100 assorted superior dairy breeding bulls to farmers who are members of dairy cooperatives across the country. The initiative will increase development activities that enhance animal genetic improvement and productivity by farmers at the grassroots.
You only need three things in the farming class. The first one is good genetic material. It's not a good enough to have many cows around. It's what you get out of these cows that is very important. You have one cow is giving 40 liters. is eating 6 tons of feeds. Another one has the cow, is giving 10 liters, is eating 6 tons of feeds. Pregnancy is 9 months. Are you in the same business? You are in the same business, but classes apart.
The new board members have been urged to desist from corruption in order to uphold the agency's code of conduct.
Issue of corruption, don't attempt, because Nagriki will be very small for you. Because once the government institution is corrupt, it means indirectly you are saying the NRM should seize power. Therefore, you are not my best friend, and you are not my friend anyway. Therefore, time, no corruption.
We succeed if our staff are doing what they are supposed to do, and we'll continue to maintain target setting, consistent appraisals, and making sure that we have staff that are innovative so that we can be able to succeed at what we target to do.
Dairy breeding facilitates faster growth, increases milk production and milk solids, eases calving and longevity in the herd, thereby improving the economic well-being of the farmer. Charlotte Amoge and Juma Samba for UBC News.
We'll take yet another short break and return with the latest in business.
Mbakemye rubona mubere muri kolati
ndije kulagira ono ngeri jiba wayo kumbaga ya mwene ngwakozesa momope
eisimu eriwa je buli ko
tola yesimu wena nakobya ironi geisimu tobulira
eisimu yini
ni gasita ndala mukaga 5 sita 3 otewe ashi onige yesi balese chawo
balese merchant code je balisaba mama kadi bati
kayo buzono wachi tamu nsanvu mirundi 3
balisaba
tamu sente leo
amount baleta
mobile money
bali kunsaba pini
ebucha utampiniyo
iwa imwe sasula
aye baba embaga ya mwene mwekuoniza
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, in partnership with Huawei, has organized the second annual National ICT Job Fair 2023, which will take place at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds on the 17th and 18th of October 2023. The main objective is to address the unemployment gap among the youth in Uganda by providing a platform for them to interact with multiple employers, access job opportunities, internships, apprenticeships, and training programs in the ICT sector. The chief guest will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. All members of the public are invited.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bioresearch Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703 152 152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Welcome back from that break. Now let's have a look at the latest in business. We begin in Bushenyi, where tea farmers in Kyamuhunga sub-county Bushenyi district have appealed to government to address the issue of price fluctuation. They say the outbreak of COVID-19 affected their sector, as we hear in this story.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19, tea farmers in Bushenyi district have gone through the pain of price fluctuations. For a product that once sold a kilogram at close to 1,000 Uganda shillings to drop to either 250, 300 or 400 is worrying farmers that face joblessness.
The prices are actually giving us a lot of doubt. We wish the price really was raised and stayed at par.
Ekyo nakyo kiteganise kyamajyana haga kugaruka gatine beye mu mwaka tulino ko kukibaruka kamanyo tuni ntasi yanti no agenda batugura usanga wa bishatu usanga wa bina usanga wa kaga hata mbene tuzaho tutyo
no kujya ngo amajyani ntuga guza sentenche fatariza tujigura higuru ecya kabiri okitekaho umusoromi ari kugasoroma okitekaho okukoramu okuyame emyata na no kugurije mbaziri kufuyiramu.
The other complexity arising from price fluctuation is the slow loan recovery, as explained by Mashonga Farmers and Traders Savings and Credit Cooperative Society General Manager Amos Katunje.
Most members, they are dealing in tea, they are farmers, they need fertilizers. And now that fertilizers they are at a high cost, I would request the government to come in a way that they actually subsidize the cost of fertilizers. Our farmers get money at a low cost, and actually the government also allows the circle, if they give us money, they should also allow us, such that we give them a very enough grace period, such that when they invest their money in agriculture, in tea production, in tea farming, there is that grace period, such that at the end of it all, the member will be able to pay back without any problem.
Jinja resident District Commissioner Richard Gulume has lauded non-governmental organizations that extend service delivery to the masses. Mr. Gulume made the recommendation while closing the district inception meeting for BRAC AIM project held at Bilukoni Hotel in Jinja Town.
BRAC has achieved a lot since 2006 when you look at the microfinance, where we are empowering women financially. When you look at the health program that has empowered, that has contributed to the health of the communities, and then also the livelihood programs. Look at the education programs like the Bigger MasterCard scholarship program that really empowered so many children to remain in school, and many have completed school. Right now they are practicing.
They have out of barriers to education, to justice, to social services. So even to come up and speak about themselves. That's why the program has come to address the barriers that girls are affecting more than the boys.
I want to thank BRAC for this support they are giving our younger people, especially the ladies between 18 years and 35 years. They are definitely echoing the message of government of making sure that we fight poverty through working, through empowering people, supporting people so that it can have something to do. And you know very well that as Uganda, we have the youngest population in the whole world. You know, about 73% younger people 35 years below, which means Black is already targeting that very, very vulnerable group of people whom we think we need to empower.
Ndeka wena mulamu.
Wena kambona ku.
Otyo. Mbakemye rubona. Mubaire muri kolati.
Ndide kulagira ono ngeri jiba kwayo kumbaga ya mwene ngwako isamo mope.
Eisimu eriwa je buri ko.
Tola yesimu wena nakobye ironi gesimu tobulira.
Eisimu yini.
Niga sita ndalamuka gaitano sita isatu otewe ashi onige yesi. Balese chawo.
Balese merchant code je balisaba. Mama kadiba ati.
Kajo buzono wachi tamu nsanvu nsanvu mirundi esatu.
Balisaba.
Tamu esente dewe.
Amount. Baleta mobile money.
Mobile money.
Balikunsa bapini.
Ebucha utampiniyo.
Iwa imwe sasula.
Aye baba embaga ya mwene mwe kuoniza.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, in partnership with Huawei, has organized the second annual National ICT Job Fair 2023, which will take place at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds on the 17th and 18th of October 2023. The main objective is to address the unemployment gap among the youth in Uganda by providing a platform for them to interact with multiple employers, access job opportunities, internships, apprenticeships, and training programs in the ICT sector. The chief guest will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. All members of the public are invited.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Welcome back. Now, the Minister for Presidency, Millie Babalanda, has hailed government policy on liberalization policy of women and girl child, which has made them productive. She says the liberalization has enabled women compete favorably in all sectors of the economy. Babalanda was officiating the 20th graduation ceremony where 486 girls graduated in various business disciplines at Jinja YMC. Only 72 were male.
President of the Republic of Uganda, retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, we akuba umbenga bano bana baife bana Uganda by virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I congratulate all the persons whose names have been read for the award of certificate in hotel and institutional catering of YMCA College of Business Studies, Jinja, of the 20th graduation ceremony of YMCA. I come to celebrate with you as your chief guest, but particularly to underline the achievements of the NRM government of fighting poverty and unemployment due to lack of the skills. I'm told that the graduates today number 486, and out of these 486 are females and 72 are males. Therefore, here to celebrate the victory of the NRM of bringing to the forefront the women and the girl child to acquire skills and be productive. Creating your own employment. In this last point, you can benefit by obtaining startup capital from the government programs of EMYOGA and PDM, that is Parish Development Model, where you qualify. Alingalinga muku. Aya ate mwidukire nenso okukulakula nebe erina okuwa emisolo erina okuwa taxes. Ekyo ozira bwoyiza ku avoidinga taxes munsi ediri kukula.
Sports news now, and we begin with football, where the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has unveiled prize money for the inaugural African Football League. The competition to spotlight the crème de la crème of football clubs on the African continent commences on Friday, the 20th of October 2023 in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The prize structure is crafted with the winner bagging $4 million, the runner-up $3 million, while the semi-finalists receive $1,700,000 each. CAF looks at having African clubs fully competing against each other.
A focused environment. Now, the reality of it is this. We had a number of competitions, existing competitions at CAF. And there was we looked into a lot of these competitions, and we looked at the revenues that were tied up to this thing. And we looked at our goals and our dreams, and it was quite clear for us that to achieve our goals and our dreams, we needed to come up with new products that are going to bring the necessary revenues and stimulate the growth of African football, to supercharge it to the destination that we all desire. Now, the African Football League is an exciting idea. It's an exciting idea that is really bringing about change. By change, it doesn't mean it's replacing anything. It is bringing new innovation to the space. It is breathing freshness to the space. It is a platform for the continent's top clubs to play amongst each other in a quick, short format and create excitement. I mean, on a weekly basis, you are seeing Al Ahly versus Simba, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Petro de Luanda, Tunis versus Enyimba.
Uganda has lost to Zambia 3-0 in their second international friendly played this evening at the Al Hamria Stadium in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. The Uganda Cranes played catch-up for most of the game, conceding the first goal 5 minutes into the game after a dangerous play from the defense that awarded Zambia a penalty. In the second half, Cranes managed to keep off the opponents for most of the game, but fell short in the 62nd minute, conceding 2 goals 7 minutes apart. Now, Uganda's interim coach, Mole Byekwaso, made 2 changes from the starting lineup that lost to Mali 1-0 on Friday. Elvis Bomono replaced Halid Rwalira and Ibrahim Juma replaced Rogers Mujisha. And that story brings us to the end of this second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 17th day of October 2023. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Kijjanangoma, wishing you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.